YouTube, we got a new ban list in Duel Links. Is it good? About to find out. Okay, so they right away I see that they banned this stupid FTK. Alright, fine. Good. Now this FTK, that is dumb FTK is banned. So no more Dark Eradicator Warlock. If I'm a little bit bright, excuse me. Because the window, there's a lot of sun coming through my window, so please forgive me. I'm going to try to adjust the camera in the future to get this fixed, but for now, this is what we're dealing with for a bit. So they banned Warlock, which I think is really, really good. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about the stupid FTK that runs 4 spells and you discard 4 spells and then they win the game and feels really bad. So this is gone, so thank God for that. Okay, so they hit this to stop FTKs. So this is to stop a Tendangle FTK. That would summon out the Nightingale, so they killed this. They put in these 2 to 1. Fair. Alright, Dragostapelia. So this card's hit to 1. So this is a very good hit because no more Hydra. Hydra's also at 1. So you can't play Nightingale 100% now, and you cannot play Hydra. Hydra is dead. Because they feel there's no way you're taking Dragostapelia out of the deck. So, yeah. Good card to see go to 1. You know, happy to see it. And, yeah. Very good hit for predaplant. Next, we have Void Ogre Dragon, and this card is at 1. Now, this is a hit to Resonator. Yeah, they lose the ability to make a Void Ogre, which makes me very happy, because it makes it easier to both loom with Dino DeFleur, and it makes it both easier to win with, Gemini. Because now with Gemini, you don't have to deal with this spell entrapment anymore. So if you can resolve 2 Sparks in a turn, it's more likely that you'll get off your combo than you did before. So this is very, very good. Very, very good hit against Resonator. I think this will tame the power of the boards a little bit. So, nice. Recurrence! This card is a strong hit in salamangreat to 1, as salamangreat now lose the ability to recover as quickly. However, now they still might go back to Fury of Fire with Lion Emperor. We'll definitely try that out, but it's definitely a strong hit because this is the main engine to get to go for your play for your Mirage Talia bounce play with your Burning Shell. Yeah, so really, really good hit. Oh, they also hit Tuning Gum, so they don't want you playing this either. Oh yeah, so this is a lot of hits against Resonator here. 2 big hits that allowed you to protect your board. So now your end board's probably going to be Fiendish Chain, Red Nova Dragon, and the Golem alongside your Abyss. So that you're going to have 3 negates on the field. And yeah, this is a pretty harsh hit for Resonator. The board is a lot more balanced, I feel now. It's still good. Don't get me wrong, the deck's still going to be good, but I don't think it's as high ceiling as it once was. I think there are decks in the game that can definitely break it. So, yeah. Definitely some strong hits. I think the deck got hit a little bit harder than I thought it would after the initial ban list, but this will definitely keep the power of RDA in check. I guess after so many excuse me, RDA decks topping, they went after it a little bit harder than I thought, so, yep. No! No, Infernity launching it too. I know Akil's retired, but oh, he's probably laughing right now. Oh, I hate Infernity so much. But it is free. It is hit to 2. Oh god. Alright. Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight makes me happy because now we can play more Orcus variants. Now, this card's not hit to 3 anymore. So, I can finally bring back Orcus DeFleur. I can run 3 Armageddon Knights, 1 Harpara, 3 Scrap Recyclers. So, it's going to be a fun deck that we can play again. Or just generic Orcus, but this is a card that really I hadn't seen any play, and it's a really good hit off the ban list. Lost Wind. This card is very interesting, as now this coming off the ban list, I think pretty much it validates, what's that card that came out in the selection box? whatever the trap was without Balloose on it. Titan Secoda, yeah, that's it. I think this pretty much invalidates it, because now, yeah, there's no real reason to play that card, because the only reason you play Titan Coder is because Lost Wind was at the 3, and Lost Wind has the much higher ceiling, I feel. So yeah, this card coming off the ban list is very interesting. I don't know about this, because now you already have Subterror that runs like a ton of back row already, so like this is an additional buff to the deck, because now you have another limited 3 back row that they can play. So I don't know about this. I don't know if I agree with this particularly, but whatever it is, it's off the ban list. Chaos Dragon Levianeer. This is fine. Levianeer coming off the ban list hasn't really done anything ever since Thunder Dragon were around, so this card really hasn't been played in years. Once it was a behemoth in the game, but now it can definitely come off the ban list. It's very much balanced. Fusion Deployment off the ban list. Alright, mixes one closer. Alright, mixes one card close to the full power of Branded tier element. Alright, let's go. Branded should be coming, because it's the next one in the lore, if I'm correct, because we've already gotten Spriggans, we've gotten Tri-Brigade, and we've gotten Dogmatica. So Branded Despia should be next. So alright, Mix. You're close. You can now fusion deployment for Albaz, alright? So be happy. Rapid Trigger is fine. Like I said, Boro really hasn't done anything in a long time. And the deck's completely balanced now, so this coming off is fine. Anai's Raging Dragon coming off the ban list. Well, as long as they don't buff Raging Pendulum, I'm fine with this. I mean, are we trying to slowly bring back Raging Orcust here? Is this what we're trying to do? I mean, Armageddon Knights off the ban list? Scrap Recyclers off the ban list? They just freed a lot of the Magician stuff. I don't think they're... I don't know if they'll rebuff Raging Pendulum. That would be kind of nuts if they did. I don't know. But, alright. High King Caesar off the ban list. Yeah, this makes a ton of sense. The only thing you gotta worry about is some other decks that can really abuse making big boards using this. But, again, there's really been nothing using it. Unicorns off the ban list. Yes, Necros. I should do it hot. So, hot. So, because of that, Unicorn can definitely come off the ban list. Shivanui Solitaire could come off the ban list. Absolutely. I don't know why this card was on the ban list. But yes, it can come off the ban list. Not even Gemini does this. You know, not even Gemini uses this. I mean, I guess they could if they really wanted to, but, you know, they don't even play it. It's more for Chemi Critters, but you could search Catalyst Field if you wanted to play it. And Gemini. It's just not commonly used, but you could if you wanted to. Shooting Riser Dragon. This card is fine. It's off the ban list. Again, it's another card that Ice decks tend to run, but it's gone. Off the ban list. Krakow, again, is off the ban list. These two cards were the common board maker of the old Stardust deck with the, forget what the skill was, but basically plot two random Signer Dragons on the field and then make them 2, and then you make your Quasar Dragon, and then you do all that, and voila, and then, yeah, so this is pretty much back, so, yeah. Silent Sword Slash, I mean, this is, okay, allowing flexibility to build a deck that was 7 years old, great, alright, moving on. Phantasm Spiral Battle, alright, this card can come off the ban list, again, Phantasm Spiral really haven't been doing anything. Lunalight Crimson Fox off the ban list. Lunalight hasn't been doing anything. Predaplant coming off the ban list is a neat balance to them hitting the Hydra, essentially. Planets off the ban list, so you can play this again, so you can still go for your double Dragon Staphelia setup. Again, the problem with Predaplant is without Hydra, how good is their turn 2 going to be now without Hydra? Now I feel like you really need to play Goddess in the deck. It's really kind of needed at this point, but overall, I think the ban list so far is okay. I think it's addressed some things in the meta, but again, I think, like I said, the meta is kind of the same. I don't think really anything has changed in particular. you're going to see a lot of the same decks with no strong variability to it. I think you would have to hit these decks harder to really X them out of the meta, but we'll see going forth and with new boxes and whatnot. Okay, now, where are we? Alright, skill rebalancing. Okay, so they hit lyrilusc bird humming. Alright, so we did not buff Raging Pendulum. You cannot normal or special summon. I'm only reading the blue part because that's what changed. You cannot normal special summon any monsters except lyrilusc. Okay, so Gigabio's out of the deck. Can't normal summon DD Crow anymore. Now, what's very important to say is you could still set DD Crow. Okay, so you can't normal summon. It used to be that you can't normal summon anything but Winged Beasts or level 1 monsters. Not Winged Beasts, but level 1 monsters. So you could still set DD Crow and skill it off. So keep that in mind. I would think. So yeah, that's still something you should be able to do. But overall, you can't play Bio anymore, so the deck becomes a lot less consistent. They can still run a card called Where Art Thou, which will allow them to make their combo a little bit more consistent. So I don't think Bird is quite as powerful anymore. I think it's a little bit more high rolly now. And they're more than likely to lose to a Crow, because that Barrel Canary opening is going to be a lot more reliable for them to have to get 3 Exceeds on the field. So they're going to need Canary more to get 3 Exceeds on the field. Not that they couldn't lose to Crow before, but, you know, I think the deck is a lot more high rolly now than they were before. I don't think they're as consistent. So that's more what I meant to say, but, you know, this is definitely a big hit for them. Dimension Grass shuffles 8 back. What was it before? Oh. Alright, fine. Shuffles them at random, now you just pick the 8. Oh, whatever. Still not going to do anything. During all your turns, you cannot special summon. Oh, so because it says your turns, they want you to play Nibiru now? Is that it? I guess on your opponent's turn, you can summon Redoer. I guess that's what they're trying to do. So they're making it so you can... No, you can summon... Wait, no. You can summon Redoer on your opponent's turn before. So you can special summon anything out of the extra deck. So now what? They can play Nibiru? Okay. Alright. So they want you to play Nibiru in these decks. Alright. The rest are rush hits. I'll let Tomato cover these because he is the expert on this. But, yeah. What do I think? I mean, it's overall solid. I don't think the meta is going to change too much. I think Bird might see a little bit decrease in power. I mean, no, I shouldn't say that. I should say Bird's going to decrease in power. Bird, they're trying to slowly waddle out of the meta a bit. But overall, I still think that right now the meta is kind of a weaker shell of itself. Salamangreat is still... I still think it's going to be really good. I still think... not really good. I still think it's going to be good. I still think it's going to be meta. Gemini definitely get a boost out of this meta, mainly because the Resonator board is getting weaker. And I think that gives a massive advantage to Gemini, because Gemini's biggest issue was dealing with Resonator. And now that the board got slightly weaker, Gemini starts to come back into the meta a bit. Also, Bird getting a little less consistent is also a boost for Gemini. So with that being said, Gemini will start climbing back up the tier list yet again. What else do I think is happening? Predaplant gets a bit weaker. I still think the deck going to be hovering around low tier 2, maybe upper echelon tier 3. Again, I think it's going to have more problems going second now, especially into decks like maybe Resonator, because now they can't clear their board. So that might be a problem for Predaplant. Could be wrong on this, but I think that might be the case. And especially Rezo will still have those hand traps. So I still think Resonator is going to be quite strong in the meta. So I don't think like the deck is dead by far. It's still quite good. But yeah, I think Predaplants definitely might drop down to tier 3. Turn 1 is still really good in Preda. The problem is, if you go second, it may not be as reliable without Hydra. So, you know, we'll have to see where that goes. Any other decks that I think really take a massive toll? We talked about Salamangreat. We talked about I mean, other than that, no. I really think that other than that, nothing really changes. I think Subterror might, scary enough, it might be the best deck, or right in the mix of being the best deck, right in the tier 1 section, because tier 1, tier 2 section, because, or should I say one of the top decks, because again, they got no hits. Nibiru could still be playing the deck, which is obviously really dangerous. And then on top of that, you still have the ability to, you know, now play Lost Wind. So they actually got buffed, I feel, because now you have another limit 3 trap that you can throw in the deck that was limited to 3, that's not limited to 3. So if you want to play Lost Wind in the deck over something like Terrace of the Overroot, now you have the option to do that, and Lost Wind is quite strong, I feel. So, yep, that's my thoughts on the ban list. Overall, I give it a solid, I'd go 6, 7 out of 10. I think it's okay. I think it addressed some of the issues that needed to be addressed. I think overall, the only downside is the meta's pretty much not really changing too much. I think you're going to see a lot of the same decks, but a lot of them weakened. So, you know, I think that if Konami really wants to better the game up, excuse me, my allergies, that they really need to come out with a knockout ban list and then add some new blood into the game, kind of like a set rotation kind of thing that really amplifies the game up and gives it some new life. But other than that, like, I think you've seen like Predaplant, Bird, pretty much exist the same decks and same 6 for what? How long has Predaplant been in the meta? Since November of last year. So it's been November, December, January, February, March, April, now onto May. So about 6-7 months. So at that point, it's time for a meta change, because it's getting, Bird's been in the meta for like what, 8 or 9 months. So yeah, I think at that point people want a little bit of a meta shift at that point. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Oh, the one other thing I want to go over, and it has nothing to do with the ban list, is that we got a timer increase. So this is really good for everybody who's wanted to play Salads. You will now get a 30-second increase on your opponent's turn, which is a very, very good thing. That makes me a lot happier. So now, if you're playing Salad and you set up your turn 1, you won't have to sacrifice, you know, not having time on your opponent's turn, gaining back that time, which is very, very important. So now, if you go first, you will get that. You could take your time on your first turn and not have to feel like you have to rush it. And then by turn 2, you will get that time back. So that way, during your turn 3, you will have the ability to think and OTK your opponent properly. So very, very good. Yeah, so until next time, it's your boy Shromatry signing out. Peace. Bye, YouTube.